A princess in silk hides secrets within. She's beautiful, powerful, and totally fearless. She glides through dark halls. Thrill awaits. Princess Diana has often been called the people's princess because of her compassion and connection with common folk. But it seems she wasn't the first. Meet Princess Emma of Normandy, a medieval princess who lived centuries before Diana and won the hearts of the people. Born in 1004, Emma was the daughter of Richard II, Duke of Normandy. But unlike many princesses of her time, Emma's story was not confined to the walls of a castle or the pages of a fairy tale. She was a warrior, a diplomat, and a leader, defying the expectations of her era and capturing the imagination of the masses. Emma's life took an unexpected turn when her father Richard passed away, leaving her mother, her Leva, to rule Normandy. Now, under her mother's guidance, Emma grew up not just as a princess, but as a leader. Her mother recognized that Emma's role would extend beyond that of a typical noblewoman. Her Leva encouraged her daughter to learn the skills and knowledge necessary to govern. It wasn't your typical upbringing for a princess, but it proved to be a crucial foundation for Emma's future. In 1027, Emma's life changed dramatically. At the age of 23, she found herself betrothed to the future King of England, Edward the Confessor. The wedding was not just a union of two individuals, but a strategic alliance between England and Normandy. For a young woman who had grown up learning the ways of leadership, this marriage marked a new chapter in her journey. Emma moved to England, stepping into a world vastly different from her own. She had to navigate not just the intricacies of courtly life, but also the cultural nuances of a new kingdom. Yet she didn't just adapt, she thrived. Emma played an active role in the English court, advising her husband on matters of state and representing him in his absence. She proved to be a capable deputy, earning the respect and admiration of those around her. However, Emma's life in England was not without its challenges. Political rivalries and internal conflicts threatened the stability of the kingdom. But through it all, Emma stood by her husband's side, offering support and counsel. Her loyalty and wisdom helped to steer the kingdom through turbulent times, solidifying her position as a respected member of the English court. As Edward the Confessor's heir apparent, Emma's life took on added significance. The people looked to her as a symbol of hope for a prosperous future. This responsibility did not weigh her down, but spurred her on to excel. She worked tirelessly for the betterment of the kingdom, earning the love and appreciation of the people. But Emma's true moment of brilliance came when Edward the Confessor passed away. The year was 1066, and the English throne was vacant. A succession crisis loomed, threatening to plunge the kingdom into chaos. Amidst this turmoil, Emma stepped forward. With courage and determination, she asserted her claim to the throne. She wasn't just a woman in a man's world. She was a leader who was ready to take charge. Her supporters rallied behind her, recognizing her strength and ability to guide the nation. The people of England saw in her a queen who understood their needs and could protect their interests. Emma wasn't just a figurehead. She was a ruler who was willing to get her hands dirty. She addressed the pressing issues of the day, implemented policies to improve the lives of her subjects, and worked to maintain order and stability. Her reign marked a turning point in English history. Then, William of Normandy invaded England, claiming the throne for himself. However, despite William's victory at the Battle of Hastings and the pressure he put on her, Emma refused to bend. Instead, she used her influence to secure favorable terms for her supporters, ensuring their safety and well-being amidst the upheaval. When William the Conqueror finally emerged victorious, he initially considered executing Emma, but she cleverly negotiated her way out of danger, securing her freedom and perhaps sensing an opportunity. After William's coronation, Emma surprisingly found favor in the new king's court. She was granted the right to keep her vast inheritance and was allowed to retain her position as the most powerful woman in England. Though never officially crowned queen, Emma held a significant amount of power in the realm, making her one of the most powerful women of her time. William recognized her abilities and appointed her to key roles. allowing her to continue serving her people and contributing to the kingdom's governance. But Emma's legacy is not just about her political achievements. She left an indelible mark on the people of England. She was known for her generosity, her compassion, and her commitment to justice. She used her wealth and influence to help the poor, to support the sick, and to defend those who couldn't defend themselves. To the people of England, she was a true champion, a warrior who fought for their rights, and a leader who had their best interests at heart. Her impact went beyond the borders of England, influencing the course of European history. Her diplomatic skills helped to forge alliances and treaties, promoting peace and stability across the continent. Emma wasn't just a pawn in the game of power. She was a player who knew how to make the rules. She challenged the norms of her time, proving that a woman could lead, govern, and inspire. Her story was a beacon of hope for generations of women who dreamed of a world where gender was no barrier to leadership. Emma's life was not without controversy. Her enemies accused her of being power-hungry, ambitious, and even ruthless. They questioned her motives, challenged her authority, and tried to tarnish her reputation. But through it all, Emma stood tall. She faced her critics with grace, dignity, and resolve. She didn't let their negativity define her or deter her from her goals. As the years passed, Emma's health began to decline. She knew that her time was limited, but she didn't spend her final days in despair. Instead, she focused on what she had accomplished, the lives she had touched, and the legacy she had created. When she finally passed away in 1052, the people of England mourned the loss of a great leader. They wept for the warrior who had fought for their rights, the queen who had championed their interests, and the woman who had inspired them to dream big. The story of Princess Emma reminds us that the world is never black or white. There are no simple villains or heroes, only complex individuals trying to navigate the complexities of life. It challenges us to look beyond surface appearances and to recognize the humanity in everyone. Emma was not a perfect leader. She made mistakes, faced challenges, and learned from her experiences. She was human, vulnerable, and capable of both great strength and deep compassion. If you've been captivated by Emma's story and eager to explore more tales of extraordinary women who defied expectations and shaped history, then you're in for a treat. Just search for the series, Tales of Extraordinary Women. Each episode will transport you to different eras and introduce you to remarkable women whose courage, intelligence, and determination left an indelible mark on our world. From legendary queens to pioneering scientists, artists, and activists, these stories will inspire you, challenge your perspectives, and remind you that the potential for greatness knows no bounds. Don't miss out on this journey through time. Search for the series, Tales of Extraordinary Women, and dive into a world where the extraordinary becomes everyday. Let these amazing stories empower you, captivate your imagination, and leave you eager to discover more about the incredible women who have shaped our world. Remember, history is filled with countless figures who deserve to be remembered, and you can be part of keeping their stories alive by exploring these captivating narratives. So go ahead, dive into the series, Tales of Extraordinary Women, and embark on a journey of discovery, inspiration, and empowerment. Who knows? You might just find your next favorite historical figure right around the corner. Thank you for watching.